Going on, everyone? The time when I don't know if we're live yet or not, so I just bounce around. Sorry for the crummy audio. Still kind of nomadic and figuring out the microphone situation. But I think we're live now, so hello everyone. Welcome to another Rococo Office Hours. I'm Sam Lazarus, Creative Director for Rococo. And you know, this is a time when we're live. You can ask questions. We're going to do a fun workflow mocap thing. And yeah, we're just going to hang out. Bad Monk, what's going on? Good to see you, Lord Luigi, as always. So before Reality Jump, what's going on? So before we get started, here, let me minimize. We're going to be working in Unreal today. I got a nice, clean little retargeting workflow that's nice and easy. So we're going to be doing that, which I really like. But before we get into that, you know, I just want to talk about some of the announcements that we've had recently in case you haven't heard. We have a couple new products, starting with the head rig, which you can pre-order right now. This thing is awesome. Maybe we'll play with it in a little bit. We played with it last week. I have been using it to make these. Oh, can I show it without I have been having some great results. Getting some MetaHuman animator results with the head rig. This is all just done using our head rig and MetaHuman animator. So it's like you can use, you know, MetaHuman animator is a motion capture, facial motion capture solution that came out recently. It's amazing. It's probably the best on the market for commercial grade facial motion capture before you start getting really insane, you know, film studio money. It's amazing. It doesn't use our facial motion capture, but that's fine because our hardware will hold the iPhone that can use theirs. So the head rig is awesome. I've been loving it. I'm up, Anthony. Just got my suit a week ago. So excited. That's awesome. I know the shirts. I want to have the shirts available, but we don't have them. We need a merch. We need red beanies and shirts. Yes, the head rig and the coil are amazing, and we're gonna be, and then the other thing that we have, right, is the coil. So we just released that for pre-order too, and so head rig holds your iPhone for facial motion capture. The coil, ooh, this little sexy number here. So this guy gives you absolute position of your smart gloves in real space, in absolute space, positional space, within a 5-meter bubble. So as you go out towards the edge of the bubble, the IMUs of the suit start to take over, and so you have a clean transition. So you're not confined to that bubble around the coil, but when you're around the coil, you have absolute position. It's like you can use cell phones, you can clap, and you don't get intersection. You can interact with other people and stuff, and it all works, right? You can handshake. And then as you move away from the bubble again, because the issue with volume motion capture is you're really confined to a capture space. And the idea with the coil is that you can, when you're near the coil, when you're within the EMF bubble, you have that absolute position. You want to walk away from it, that's fine. You're going to lose a little accuracy on the hands, but it's all going to be smooth, and then when you come back, it's going to, you know, get more accurate again. So it's super cool tech. And then we have a big announcement on our AI motion capture front too, coming out, I think next week. So that's going to be really exciting too. So we have all these tools that are coming out, and yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, you know, that's kind of the new, what we got going on. But today in this live stream, we are going to be going over not a new workflow, but a new workflow to me for retargeting your motion capture all within Unreal. So what we're going to do today is record a bunch of different motion capture takes, bring them all into Unreal, and set them up with a character so we can hot swap out, you know, between different mocap takes depending on what we need. And the coil will help with interference, heir apparent. Yeah, it's so the absolute position of the gloves, it gives us absolute global position of the suit, which means the suit will always be oriented the right way, it will always be in the right physical location. It doesn't give absolute position for all the sensors in the suit, right? Your feet, your hips, not your shoulders, not so much, but your spine, your head, that's all IMU stuff. But the suit won't drift because we know where the gloves are, and then the gloves are accurate. And I think the key point with that is that most of what you need for pinpoint accuracy is with your hands as a human. So generally, playing the piano, playing video games, playing, you know, I don't know, painting, you got mocap, using a gun, using a sword, that all requires hand accuracy. So you get that with the coil, and the rest of it you might need to clean up still, and you might need to clean up the hand stuff because that's mocap for you. But it will make it a lot more accurate. So it's awesome, and it'll prevent drift. Like you can have it on. You won't ever. The suit will not drift away ever. Like because we know where the hands are. Really cool. Okay. So we're going to be making motion capture. Then we're going to bring it into Unreal. So the first thing that we need to do is actually make some mocap. So I'm going to get into my suit, which I have right over here. And yeah, I got my fancy camera set up so it'll follow me now. Ooh, follow me, baby. And oh, so we are, you know, it's nice to do this on stream. I think a lot of people here know how you put the suit on, but for those of you who have never seen it before, right, we're going to go soup to nuts. We're going to put the suit on and get it all started up from scratch. So somebody time me. You know, usually this takes like 60 seconds. Ugh. I'm in California. Thankfully, it's not too hot. I'm in NorCal, but it is hot. So, you know, I'm up in the kind of the attic area. Very nice of my sister to let us crash here, but it's gonna get hot in here, baby, because we're gonna make some mocap. Okay, so pop on my suit, you know, I don't know, didn't time it, but whatever, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I can zip up. Yeah. And I'm gonna wait. Ooh, camera. Gotta stick with me, bud. Not working out all the tech yet. That's right. And then I got my gloves. Let's see, are you gonna follow now? Yeah, you are. Okay. I got my gloves and I got my battery, and that's it. Now we're ready to make some mocap. So I already have my Wi-Fi router all set up. And up, Anthony, yes, we need to do some more Unity vids. It's the major lack of Unity content on the channel, and that's because I don't know Unity very well. But we will get some Unity vids up. I hear ya, for sure. Got to get some more Unity vids up because you can do some awesome things in Unity. And Pixelfire is a great VTuber who uses Rococo, who uses Unity, so he might have some good stuff on his channel in the meantime. Suit it up. The last thing we got to do is and see what happens. Oh no, the mic is over there. Right. Nice. Okay. Right? Oh man, we might have to go beanie-less for the rest of this. No. This is the mic. Okay. And so the thing about that is you know, I will have to take this off because these over-ear headphones I find interfere with the head sensor. So I can wear AirPods just fine, but over-ear headphones I find are trouble. Okay, so I'm gonna make this guy a little bit bigger here, and we are gonna cruise over because we don't need all this space. Hey. Okay, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah. And then I'm going to turn off my little blur, my AI blur. Don't need that. Okay, let's make some motion capture. So my idea for this is basically we're going to have a character that we are going to bring into Unreal, and they're going to be like on a bridge, and they're just going to be transitioning between all these different animations. And if we make a final render, that's what we'll be. But Oh man, yeah, yes, Finn. So the IK retargeter, but I have a couple tweaks. And if you're talking about mocap workflows, Finn, this is pretty good. I like this workflow, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm just gonna record a bunch of different animations, and they're just gonna kind of be random. But the important thing is they're gonna be different. They're gonna actually be different animations. Like normally, what I could do is record a bunch of animations in one take and bring that in, and then I retarget to my character, and it's like I'm done, right? Because I have all my animations in one take. What if you have a bunch of takes? What if you have a scene? You know, what if you have a character that you have over a whole short film, and you need all these different mocap takes? This is a workflow I think that will work for that. And for that, we need a bunch of different mocap animations. So, okay, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, you know what? Oh, I got it sorted. We're switching our mic. Boom. Okay, we got our mic over here. Probably sounds even worse, but you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, so let's plug in. I can't go beanie. I gotta have weird hair. Oh, I spent half these streams talking about my hair, but you know, it's crazy. It's crazy hair. So I plugged in my battery. Again, I got my Wi-Fi. Can you track me? Yep. Here's my Wi-Fi router right here in the room. And oh, my computer is not connected to the right Wi-Fi. So this is an offline Wi-Fi router, right? We're losing internet connection, and we'll probably see a little message pop up. Internet connection lost. That's fine. We don't need internet connection. I like to start up Studio with the internet connected, but then we need to go to an offline router, a dedicated router that will mean that my mocap is the only thing active on that Wi-Fi network, and that's how we're gonna get the smoothest little results. So this is looking good. We need to add an actor profile. This is mine. It has my height and other measurements. And then we're gonna drag on my suit. Boop, boop, boop. And this obviously doesn't look right, and that's because we need to do a calibration pose. So I'll do a straight pose. Always awkward. Yeah. Ooh, I like this. I think I finally found out how to use this camera. This is cool. Okay. Let's record some motions. We're just gonna go for it. Bunch of random motions. If you want to see anything in particular, feel free to put it in the chat and just to demo it. I make my own characters. Can you demo some custom character retargeting? That's what we're doing today, Bubbles. Thank you, Bubbles. Well, I just like hiding the headband, but it's too hot. And it's my safety blanket, the beanie, you know. But okay, let's go. Let's record some mocap. And we should probably do a calibration after every take, but I'm not going to. And this also, I put in a countdown for my recording. So if I go to studio settings, a recording countdown, I need to add it. So I want there to be a 3-second just pause between when I record and when I stop. We're also going to hit this tracking button so it follows me. Okay. So another thing you can see is there's steps into this little attic-y zone. And this did not pick up the steps. Now I could actually turn on elevation tracking if we wanted to get the steps. I don't care about the steps, but if you need to have inclines, or you're walking upstairs, you're jumping off objects, you use elevation tracking. We don't need it, but here we go. We got our mocap take right here. Look at this. This is what I'm feeling. So this would be like one, I think, of the transitions, right? It's like cut, cut, boom, and then it's gonna like, I'm gonna do a post thing on the transition. So it'll be one level sequence with the character just switching between transitions, and then in post we'll add like a glitch, and it will be like to the new animation. You'll see it when we get there. I think it's gonna be cool. We just need to record a bunch of animations, so let's keep going. I could do a calibration pose. Normally I would, but it won't really matter, I think. So good. Look at that, not tracking well. That's gonna be cool, I think, actually. I really gave that. I could feel that one in my bones. Let it process, let it process. Whoa, let's go off. So it's like, it'll be a transition from the last one, the guy hitting the ground, glitch effect, cut to, looks super cool. Oh, that looks sick. And I could go in, you can see there's some errors here. This is our foot tracking, right? So you can see it here in the scene. My left foot lands and it thinks it comes off the ground again. But guess what? It don't come off the ground again. It lands. Same thing for this one. It thought it landed and then came off the ground, but it didn't. So we can fix that. We honestly, it looks pretty good, so we probably wouldn't need to. Oh, looks sick. Oh, that just looks correct, man. Man, forget the coil. We've had so many good improvements with the tech, even without the coil. What is knee pop smoothing? Knee pop smoothing helps knee pop smoothing. Sometimes in walking, you tend to get the leg will kind of lock into place when your leg straightens during the walk. It'll kind of snap and it'll pop. It'll kind of pop into absolutely straight. And so knee pop smoothing helps that. Could you do the pose sync once more? When I do it, the bot has its arms too close to the body and it's pigeon-chested. Oh, sure. I can do that. Ari, the coil, if you're arranged, use the coil. You still need the router for the suit and for your gloves. You will still need a Wi-Fi router. This is an add-on to that. Maybe there's a world where you don't need the Wi-Fi router if you're doing gloves only. But if you're doing suit and gloves, you will still need the Wi-Fi router. So the bed is actually, I would have to like stand up on the bed and then lie down. But if I just lay down, like the elevation tracking works from your feet moving us up a level. So every time your feet, if my body just goes like this and my feet come off the ground, it's gonna do that, right? It's gonna sink me down to where my feet are on the floor. Feet always have to remain contact with the ground, essentially. So if I was gonna get into a bed and I wanted to lie down, and I didn't want to do it in post, which would be easy to do, which would be the thing to do, I would have to put my foot on the bed, use elevation tracking, and then lie down. That's kind of neat. Okay, let's keep recording animations. Let's do another calibration pose for someone who wanted to see it. I'll talk through it. So, arms are just at your side, feet are underneath your hips, pointed straight forward. I'd like to hug my arms to the side of my body, press them to the side of my body. Hands are blades pointed down at the ground. And that should be it. That should be it. And you might need to adjust your actor profile settings, maybe, if you're having other issues. Okay, let's do more. Let's do more recordings. Gotta always do my silly karate. Oh, it looks so sick. Oh, I have a crazy one I want to do. Okay, I'm just gonna keep recording because I want to get into Unreal. Let's get into Unreal. We just need to record our mocap. Okay, this one will be nuts. Just like crazy. And this one is like, I thought could be like hovering in the air. Like with a blast of light maybe. And if it's hovering, we can actually turn off locomotion and turn off toe bend. And that's gonna get rid of that little bend. So this is gonna look like we're actually floating a little bit. Looks kind of weird. Oh yeah, it's getting hot, baby. Okay, what else? What else? I need some ideas, chat. What do we got? Random animations. We just need random. We got 4, 2 of which go together. Maybe like on my knees, like praying to God. And then one where I'm just confused and I'm turning back and forth. I think that'll be good, like 6 of them. Okay, let's record again. Hey, buddy. Look at that guy. Oh God, why? Why is the mocap man making me do all these mocaps? Looks great. Remember, feet, I kind of intentionally made sure that I just kept my feet on the ground, right? And you can see how solid we are when I do that, when it has that foot contact. If it's like, maybe if my foot was flat, kind of moving around, like this is planted. I'm trying to keep my feet planted. Okay, let's do confused guy. That's cool. Confused guy, and then that's it. And that'll be the loop. That'll be the loop, baby. So cool. Oh, confused. I'm just a confused little boy. Or man. Oh, just looks so good. Mocap is just looking so good. It's amazing. Okay, well, I think the most important thing, unless there's other things that people want to see quickly, we could throw on the head, probably throw on the head cam. Let's do it. Let's throw on the head cam. We gotta throw on the head cam. What are we gonna do? Not throw on the head cam and just, this is gonna be separate, I think. But we can just do a head cam take because the head cam is fun. Sinking into the ground motion. Nah. No, that's a good idea. But then is it like quicksand or am I sinking? I don't know. Because then I have to, I think we can make it look like pretty legit. But I like where your head's at. What did I think about? Oh yeah, like a hovering cross-legged. The problem with that is you're gonna inevitably get some real, maybe, okay, that's pretty good. Let's try this. Okay, let's record. like weird motions. So this would be a situation where we would turn off locomotion. So we floating. Yeah, see the tough thing is like we're trying to go for quick here, and this is going to require a bunch of retargeting editing, I think. Whenever you have feet like that. But it looks cool, maybe it'll work. Okay. Oh, face capture. Let's do it. Turn on our app. Make sure we're on the same Wi-Fi network. Boom, we are. Sam's iPhone. Connect. Allow. Okay. Throw this guy on. Okay, what is this before we get started? So this is the head rig right here. Single piece, single unit. Looks great. Feels good, you know, allows you to move around. Super lightweight. It's got a clamp at the back, so you can really tighten it down. So we'll throw it on. There'll be a little Velcro bit that you can put on here. Clamp. So right now I'm just gonna put my little sensor right there. Let's throw our facial motion capture in. Got it, up and running. Okay, let's record something here. And I have a beard, so that's never very good. But the cool thing is I can. Oh, sometimes you gotta reconnect it. So I went out to record the screen. But yeah, what's nice is you can trigger it to start from here. So actually let's go right here. Okay, you ready? Oh, you know what? We should do a calibration, which we can also do here. So this is more for live streaming, you know, things like that. Or for Unity or any other program that is not the MetaHumans, right? This is a really good solution. Unless you're using MetaHumans, not live, in which case it's probably MetaHuman Animator. But okay, here we go. Let's try it. Okay, here I am testing out the new Rococo head rig, doing some facial motion capture, and I can move around. I never lose my phone, and I can jump, and I'm still good to go. Check out more at Rococo.com. Okay, my little sales pitchy, maybe, you know, that might be a little rendy. A little social render. We're making social content here. And this looks great, and I've actually had some really good results already. I mean, definitely with MetaHuman Animator, as we were looking at before. Ooh, my arm got all screwed up. Look at that. Sometimes that's like a processing issue. And if I just adjust some of these, that'll fix. Or maybe it seemed like I did a weird calibration, actually. It looks okay. Yeah, I did. There's something weird. Oh, weird. Interesting. Well, it doesn't matter because that's not what we're doing today. So I'm going to put this guy down. Let's unzip. Oop. Off goes the suit. Boom. Let's take off our glovies. And at least the suit breathes. Again, I when I first started using Rococo, I really took for granted how much time and effort they had put into making sure the suit was super breathable and the fabric was like good. Because if you're in it and it's hot, which the world is increasingly becoming, you know, you want it to be as breathable as possible. Ugh. Hey, that's right, buddy. Okay. Hello. Please track me. This camera depends on the situation. Okay, so we are looking good. I can finally hear some music again. Hey, buddy. You know, I think it will be good when I have a better setup. Okay. Everything's still working. And let's go in and change this. Boom. Okay. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. So we are gonna go hop into Unreal and do what we were kind of meant to be doing the whole time. I am going to turn on my sexy background blur. I need my sexy background blur. Okay, so we got our animations here. I guess I will rename them, and we'll quickly go and look at them and see if there's anything we need to clean up. I don't really think that there will be. The other thing that we could do, depending on the character that we're using, and I don't think we're going to use a Mixamo character for this, actually. We're going to use another character. And what we're going to do, what we could do is bring a character in and export from Rococo Studio on our character. But we are just going to do the mocap, export the mocap, and do all of that in Unreal today, because that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at a situation where you need to build up a bunch of mocap, you need to export it all, have it ready for your character, be able to hot swap it in and out. So this looks great. You know, I could fix some of this stuff. I'm not going to focus on it. Instead, I'm just going to be renaming these mostly. We're going to call this OH Office Hours. Anim, we're going to call Office Hours Ground Slam. We're going to describe each of them. Flip 2. Gotta let it process. OH Jump Up. Then what do we got? What do we got? Did some weird ones. Oh, my karate. OH Karate. Ooh, shot. OH Seizure. Freak out. OH Begging Knees. OH Confused. Pop. Okay. And then we will also do OH Havara. Great, Ryan. Ooh, well, maybe there's bundles coming that you could get a coil bundle or something. You could always return the gloves and cancel your order and order a bundle. Then you gotta wait, then you don't got those gloves for a little while. You know, and it's always, you know, not saying that they'll do this, but you could also try reaching out to support. Maybe they'd upgrade you to a bundle if you bought, you know, saying I wish I converted to a bundle. Maybe they'll give you a discount. Yeah, they're humans. Great support team. As they get inundated with stuff, so sometimes to some people they're not great because they just simply can't answer quickly enough, but they are awesome. Okay, so we have got all of our mocap takes cleaned up, ready to export. So I'm going to jump back to this big list of takes, And if we go to our export section over here, this is not something I do a lot because I often don't batch export my clips. But if I want to, you just clicky, click, 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 click. All of these will be exported, as you can see right here. We need to export for Unreal currently, and we need to kind of fix our Unreal workflow because we have an Unreal, we select body mesh, override actor skeleton. There's an Unreal Engine option. I think this is kind of broken, unfortunately, still, so we need to fix that. So I would not use that now. In theory, having it be in an A pose will help. But I think it's basically in the rest. It's not in the rest pose, so it'll seem like it's in an A pose. When you go to do your retargeting, it won't be. It'll be in a T pose. So we need to fix that. Although maybe, can we see if, hold on, maybe I want to try this. So if we select Unreal Engine rest pose default, so can I make this custom? Unreal Engine A pose. Let's see. We're gonna export all of them. Okay, let's export all of them. We're gonna go export them to our, oh, we don't have office hours folder yet. 230824, I believe. Yes, office hours. Batch retarget. That's what we should have called this, office hours. Maybe we'll rename it. Okay, we need to save all of our mocap. I'm going to put it in raw. I'm going to put it in a mocap folder. Boom. Select folder, export. And we're going to see if this Unreal skeleton works. I just tested it yesterday. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but maybe I did something wrong. It happens often. And you can see exporting clip 237. It'll go through and export all of them. And in the meantime, we can open up Unreal, right? We got to think about what character to use. The only thing that we're not going to do is use a Mixamo character. We're going to use a character that has a unique skeleton. Of course, this workflow will also work for Mixamo characters. And if you're using a Mixamo character, you can download the character as a T-pose from Mixamo. And that will help with this workflow because we are going to need to match our character's rest position to our mocap's rest position. Bruh, I know. We're not connected to the internet anymore. I guess I can connect to the internet now. Fine. Launch. So we'll see if these mocaps are now with the proper rest position. I doubt it, but we'll see. And again, if we're using a Mixamo character, what we could do instead is let's jump up. Let's go select jump up, and let's add in a Mixamo character. So this is a character we either got from Mixamo or we auto rigged on Mixamo. I happen to have a ton of these guys because I've always been using Mixamo for cheap. AMAC robot, we got a Mixamo rig right here. Let's import this guy. Comes in looking a little weird, but we're gonna put it on our actor profile, and it should come in textured. I don't know why this didn't, but if we do this, oh, that looks sick, yo. Oh, that is some dynamic ass mocap. Look at that. We should be showing this. Whoa, on the front page. But we could export this, and then we just bring this into Unreal, and we don't have to do any retargeting. But this will only work for Mixamo characters. There's some restrictions you can see when you upload it. You know, if 100K poly limit, we're gonna up that I think to 200 or 250 or 300. But it needs to be the right skeleton naming. It needs to be the right pose. It needs to be in an A pose. I believe it can come in on in a T pose. I mean, it can come in on an A pose, but hit or miss. Bro, Axon Media. The jumps will work fine. I just make sure that my foot contacts are right, which they are. But because I'm landing on the same ground, I didn't have to use elevation tracking. I only have to use elevation tracking here. We'll use elevation tracking here. Let's use it for this. Okay, here, elevation tracking. We turn it on, which is underneath here. You can't see it. You know what? We're switching sides. Shout out to you-know-who giving me advice on this. Okay, we're going right side. If we turn off elevation tracking, or turn on elevation tracking, excuse me, say these stairs were 7 inches tall-ish. Look at this. Back down the stairs. But it's still not gonna. See, you could make a mistake here, and during the jump, if I said, okay, your feet are on the ground, i.e., we were jumping up to another platform, right? If I was jumping up to another platform, and I say, okay, you're at the other platform, and we would do this, say, okay, you've made it. Yeah, and he'll land. Let's see what happens here. But he should basically, yeah, he's like above, right? So that's all bad because that's not what happened. And we don't need elevation tracking anyway. But that's elevation tracking. So it should be able to handle like big jumps and all that stuff just fine. I've had people do backflips and like it looks pretty good. Oh, I just got hops. I mean, I just had big jumps on this jump. No, not at all, Axon. It's a very valid question. But anyway, we are not using a Mixamo character. We want to do all of this in Unreal. So we're not gonna export with a character. We're gonna detach. We're gonna remove. And we've already exported out our mocap actually. So at this point we need to make a little project, and we are going to do a ray tracing project because I like ray tracing. We're gonna base it on the old desktop, so we don't need to do any weird hard drive, not solid state stuff. Unreal. We call this batch retargeting 01. And hopefully this will be a good workflow. First thing we'll do is we'll import some motion capture, and we'll just see how this A-pose business is working, because I highly doubt that it is actually right. But if it is, it'll maybe save us some time. Oh no, compiling. Okay, yeah. Not compiling too many shaders. Man, I really like being able to hear the music. It's not just me talking out loud to myself. What else do we got? Round slam. Can we blend or combine motions inside of Rococo Studio? No, you cannot. Good idea. That probably is not, that's pretty low on the feature list, because usually that's something I think you're going to need to do essentially in your software. You know what? Rectangle. Really rectangle. Where? That looks pretty nice. Okay, I like how it's facing in towards the screen. So, here we are, Unreal 5.2. We're going to create a new folder. We are going to call that mocap. And we're going to open that up, and we are going to import some of our motion capture. So remember, we exported all of our mocap out to our desktop to this raw folder. Here we go. Here we have all the mocap. Let's import it and see what we get. Let's import jump up. So for this, we want to make sure import animations is on. Remember, when we exported from Rococo Studio, we had this body mesh selected. You need this body mesh. Unreal has a hard time importing animation without geometry. I think you can do it because I just accidentally did it recently, but it doesn't work. I don't know. That's not how we're doing it in this workflow. So here we just have import animations. We made sure body was checked on when we exported, and here we go. Look, we got some stuff here. So if we open up our animation, yeah, there's something weird about the I don't know. There's something weird about this head. It's like floating or something. I don't know why that's happening. And then if we go to the first pose, yeah, see, it exported out all weird and bad. So we can't use this. So we're gonna fix that, and it's been on the list forever. I know, and I don't. It's still bad, but we're gonna go back to Rococo Studio. We're gonna go back. We got all these things selected, right? And we are just going to export a Mixamo skeleton. Standard. Advanced settings, none. 30 FPS. Let's go and actually delete this mocap. Okay, so settings to export. Mixamo skeleton, body mesh checked. That's what's going into Unreal. So, re-exporting. Icon and Houdini. Ooh, that's a fun combo. Feet motion combined with the prayer motion to make some new feet motion. So yeah, that is a whole other thing. And if you're working in Houdini, KineFX is actually really good at doing things like that. So it might be relatively easy in Houdini, as much as anything is relatively easy in Houdini, which it never is. But yeah, it's not in Studio, essentially. So I do it in Maya, and I have to make 2 character definitions on a single like skeleton, and it gets really messy. But you can combine multiple mocap. You just can't do it in Studio yet. Okay, so we've got our Mixamo exports. We're going to import it into Unreal. Make sure import animations is checked. Import all. Errors don't matter. We got our animation. Look at this. First frame. Wait. First frame should be a T-pose, so that's why why is it not doing that? I think it might be something about export all actors as individual files. Split up clips with multiple motions. Oh, yeah, that's for multi-actor scenes. Let's try export again. Because we need to pull in our mocap with a T-pose on frame 1, and it should do it automatically, but that's bizarre that it's not. I think I just messed up something in the settings. We'll see, though. Exporting, exporting, exporting. Turning up my mic. Whew. Exporting, exporting, exporting. And we're going to get into the meat of this whole workflow in a second. And we're going to delete this because we don't want it. Delete, delete, delete. Video done. Import our mocap. Okay. See, this is what we need. I don't know why. So what I did was I exported skeleton preset custom, skeleton naming, Mixamo, T-pose, T-pose. And so this should work. jump up Mixamo. It should, the standard is it exports with a, yeah, in a T-pose. I don't know why. It didn't on the first one, but here it is. What the hell? Wait, what is going on here? Of course. I'll send and restart. Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna close out Studio 2 and reopen Studio because I don't know, it's not exporting right. So it's always something in live, baby. This is what's chosen to go wrong today. Animating metahumans, yeah. Totally Onar. Here, I just got. Let me get you. Let me pump you up with some excitement. Can I do this in a way that isn't gonna like reveal secrets? Yeah. Here. This is a little metahuman test I just did a couple days ago. Oh, this is metahuman animator. I would need to fix the thumbs, but it's crazy stuff, man. That looks so AAA. Incredible. Yeah, we have a whole thing coming out on that. I'm gonna put out a professional mocap, professional metahuman workflow as far as I see it, which would probably involve Maya. New head rig's amazing, Omar. Okay, let's delete all these. Let's see if we can go in and fix our export here. Yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, you know what? Okay, let's try this. I don't know why this would be true. Mix them up. Body mesh. Yes. Export clips. Advanced settings. Export. I swear, it's just, I think there's something weird with the timeline thing. Sometimes if you aren't on frame 0, what? This is crazy to me. I've never had this happen. That's so bizarre. Maybe there's a... No, Coil Pro, I think we're going to be putting out a big couple of videos next week. Maybe demoing it next week, but the prototype that I have is just a little rusty, so I don't like showing it unless it's gonna work well on live, you know. But we're gonna have a bigger demo video in this cursor test that we've been calling, which is where you touch an object in the room, put the mouse cursor over it, and then you go wander around for 5 minutes, and then you come back and touch the object, and it's like right where the cursor is. It's incredible. It's such a good social proof of the coil and what it can do. It's like, no, it actually works. Okay, I gotta keep figuring this out because what is happening here? We do without the body mesh. It should be able to be mounted under a desk. So that kind of wall, I don't know about like concrete or I don't know. So I think we have to test some of that still. Okay, am I fucking insane? Couldn't load model, that's good. Let me open up Cinema. I gotta open up Cinema and investigate this. Sorry everyone, we'll jump into it in a second. I mean, I have this all working with I can just use old exports. But I want to use these. I want to use these. These are what we recorded. Got to use these. Fascinating. I've never had this happen to me. I don't know, this is a new one. So this is like, I gotta get on the Slack and start talking to people because why is it not exporting out? Oh my gosh, did I? Oh my golly. Okay, click include reference pose. I bet this is just gonna work right out the bat this time. Okay, we got all of our mocap. I think this is just me, just not clicking. Somehow I unclicked that include reference pose. We got all our mocap recorded. Let's click it. Let's click it in the export, thing right here. We're gonna do body mesh. We are gonna do Unreal Engine. We'll see again. This time include reference pose. And we actually, I'm gonna go and do custom and make the rest pose an A pose too. Export again, and now we'll see. And I bet it's gonna work this time. Include reference pose. Make sure that's checked on. Okay, a little time wasted there. The Coil Pro can work in the closet, but then remember it's a bubble. So then you've got a bunch of unused potential space that would be inaccessible to you because it would be behind wherever the closet is. So you kind of want to set it up on like the side of a room where you're going to be able to use the most of the bubble. Remember, it's a sphere, right? And so if you kind of want to like skim the center of the sphere. Because you can't go too close to it. There's like a foot around the coil you can't enter. And then from there out, you've got the sphere. Okay, we got it. We got it. Let's try it again. It's going to work this time. We got Unreal. Let's import our motion capture. Import. Desktop. Raw. Mocap. Jump up. Open. Import animations on. Import all. Open up our anim. There we go. A pose is our first is the pose. So that's great. That's what we want. We'll see if it is right later, but we're gonna go with that. So now we're just gonna go in and I'm gonna import all the rest of these. Beg and knees. Import all. Clear. Can I import multiples? Confused, freak out, ground sound, hover. I don't want them to combine. You got to make sure that this extra skeleton is clear too, which I might have just screwed up on this. Yeah, okay, it'll import them all separately. I got all my anims, and I got one more, I think. Karate. Remember, clear this skeleton. Well, it doesn't really matter. It just might replace some of your other animations. So we got beg and knees. We got them all. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We are going to go get a character. We're going to make a new folder here for our character. And we are going to... I think for our character, we're going to use one of the new big, medium, small characters. So maybe this robot. But maybe we could use, what else do we have? We have a couple other cool robots and stuff. No, let's use the big, medium, small robot. Pilot girl. So this is a new pack from Big, Medium, Small. They're a great company. These are kind of expensive models, but they're really fantastic, one of a kind. They all work. There's like Unreal versions of them. There's Mixamo versions of them. It's awesome. We're gonna choose Hero. We're gonna import. We don't need any animations, and we're gonna import all. And I believe these come in an A pose. And a lot of Unreal characters that are made for Unreal that you find on the marketplace or you find on you make yourself, a lot of them start in an A pose. Thrill to Will, what's going on? Good to see ya, baby. Okay, we are importing. Look at what we got here. Ooh, look, it's all textured already. It already looks good. How does our... Ooh, but it's too small. Look at this. This can be an issue sometimes. Ooh, I'm a tiny little puppy. Okay, so I actually already went ahead and basically I went into Cinema 4D and I resized this character. So I already have that export, so we're going to go and pull that export instead. But the point is, you're pulling in, see, Mixamo C4D export. I basically just went in and the character was really tiny, so I just had to scale it up by about 100, which is easier to do before it gets to Unreal, in my opinion. You want to have a clean character coming into Unreal. Yeah. Most characters are made to be around 6 feet, so they should match that in whatever scene you're in. I mean, ish, it depends, obviously, but like a standard character, usually they're modeled around about 6 feet. You can see here that everything came in right. Jazzy piano? Saving. And what we're going to do, so now we have our character and we have our motion capture. Oh, hold on, let's wait. Let's wait until this finishes. We'll pull our character out so we have a nice little scene. Okay, look at this. Boom. So, we got our character. Man, this looks good. This looks so good. Boom. And we got our mocap. And what we need to do now, we got a bunch of different mocap takes. How do we get the different mocap takes retargeted in a way that is not crazy for this process? Because basically there's one way to do retargeting in Unreal, and that's using the IK retargeter. Essentially, there's another old deprecated way from Unreal 4, but you really use the IK retargeter now. But what we can do is do that process only once, and then as long as we're exporting all of our subsequent animations from Rococo Studio as the same format as the first one, we won't have to do it for the others, which is amazing. It really saves a lot of time. So what we're going to do is, in the mocap folder, we're going to start by going in. I like to make my IK rig. We're going to right click, type in IK. We need to make an IK rig. I'm going to rename it IK rig underscore so I can always find the IK rig. We're going to call this mocap. For some reason I tried to delete it. Double click that and we got a blank page here. That's okay because we haven't added our mocap. So we are adding, let's start with begging knees. Select one of them, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so this was the problem. You can see, this is the rest pose of our skeletons. It's a T pose, it's not an A pose. So we need to go in and fix that. It doesn't matter that our mocap was in an A pose, like this is the actual pose on frame 0. It's a T pose. So it's broken from Rococo Studio. We need to fix that. Apologies. So use a Mixamo export, use an Unreal export, doesn't matter, put A pose. You just get your character needs to be in a T pose on frame 1. That needs to be the rest pose, which is going to be the default for a Mixamo export from Rococo Studio. So I would do that. Anyway, we got our mocap here. I'm going to unpull this hierarchy because basically we need to do a bunch of things that are going to require us to hit OK on a button that's in the middle of the screen. So I like to pull my hierarchy over a little bit. And what we do to set up retargeting between mocap and characters is First, we're going to make a bunch of IK retargeting chains. We learn something new every time. Okay, I've got a new idea. I just changed up my whole workflow. We're going to go back. We're going to delete all of our mocap. Because I just realized you can do something that's a lot more clever than what we're doing. Okay. Delete the mocap, delete the mocap, delete it all. Okay. Let's go and import one of our mocap takes. Begging knees. Bring it in, include import animations, import all. Changing the workflow midstream. We got one in, begging knees. Now we're going to go and we're going to select all the rest of our mocap. All of them. Open. And for skeleton, we are not going to leave this blank. We're going to have this as begging knees. And I think this can get complicated, like if you already have things retargeted, but let's import all. And what that is going to do, as far as I can tell now, is we've got our begging knees, we got our IK rig, right? We make our, God, come on. Yeah, I should have known that I had to make a new IK rig. That was on me. That was dumb. I'm so happy I've separated my streaming computer from my Unreal computer, because the amount of times that Unreal crashes and would crash the stream would already have been twice for this stream. Oh, yeah, let's restore all. Let's see what happens. Okay, we don't have our mocap, that's fine. We don't have our IK. Still got our character. That's fine. So we're gonna go again. Grab our first mocap take. Import animations, import all. Testing me here. Then import the rest of them. Select begging knees as a skeleton. And this only works because they're the exact same size. This wouldn't work. Doing it this way, see, this is the thing that gets complicated, right? If you had another actor profile and you were to use this method, so you had mocap takes from two separate actor profiles, which means your resulting mocap FBXs are they're two different characters. The actor profile is the skeleton character of your mocap. If you have two different ones that you're using this method for, it's going to fuck up one of those skeletons because they need to match exactly. So this only works this way if you're only using it for a single actor profile. So that's why the other method kind of is more reliable depending on the situation, but this will be fine. So again, now we need to create that IK rig asset, name it IK rig mocap, right? Open it up. Assign begging knees. Yes, so this does work. That's fucking awesome. Excuse my language. So now we've got all of these different animations here. So we don't need to even do the compatible skeleton thing that I was going to do. So that's great. Although again, this workflow won't work for multiple different actor profiles. So it's like Unreal. It's like nothing can ever be perfect. Anyway, we've done it this way. And what we need to do now is we need to go to Window, Hierarchy, and we need to create these IK retargeting chains for our mocap. And so the way we do that is we're going to go in on the pelvis. We're going to hit Set Retarget Root. So that's going to be the root bone, pelvis bone. That's going to be your pelvis, your hips. Then we're going to create these chains. And a quick question from the chat, Omer. What is my mocap correction cleanup? Maya. I tend to think that Maya is the best. It's got a super easy workflow for doing mocap cleanup. You can use multiple skeletons really easily to create custom control rigs. Mocap cleanup revolves around control rigs, and creating custom control rigs for non-metahuman characters or non-Mixamo characters in Unreal is a lot of work as far as I understand it. There are some, for Mixamo and Metahuman, there's some plugins and stuff, and like Metahumans, they come with their own control rig, kind of, but I find doing cleanup in Maya is the best. So for my professional mocap workflow, Metahuman workflow, it would be export the skeleton of the Metahuman out to Maya, do all your retargeting, export the animations, bring them in, they'll slot right in on your Metahuman, nice clean animations. I just think it's easier. It's complicated in Unreal, but that's because I'm not a main Unreal user, you know? And if I was, maybe it would all be easier. But anyway, what we need to do is create these chains. I think it's better than Icon. Yeah, Unreal, Maya plays better with other things. It changes very rarely. It's very simple. As complicated as it is, it's very simple. It just doesn't change. And it's got a really tight, clean workflow. Icon is better for if you want to be faster, but I don't think it is nearly as in-depth as you can go for Maya while maintaining a really easy barrier to entry and getting really good results. And then Maya also has a bunch of other things like the Butterworth filter, which really makes your Rococo mocap look like even better. So Icon's great. Unreal can be good. We're doing this in Unreal, but Maya for me is the best, and I think at a certain point it's just personal preference. So that's just for me. Anyway, we are making some IK chains, and you can see right here we have an IK retargeting blank, and we're going to select our first spine bone. We're going to shift click to the last spine bone, spine 1 to spine 3. You can see here spine 01, spine 3. Right click, new retarget chain. It will usually be right on this, so it's spine, which is what I want. Add chain. Now we got a spine chain. We're going to do the arm bone now. The arm, which is from the clavicle down to the hand. Right click, new retarget chain, left arm, add chain. We're going to do all the fingers. So index, we only ever use finger bones 1 through 3. We never use 4. This doesn't have 4 for whatever reason. We're in index, new retarget chain, add chain. Middle, add chain. Add chain. So you can see why I like having the window in the middle. It just makes it a lot easier to quickly do this. And again, we're only going to have to do this once. So freaking awesome. Boom, I'm just going through. I'm doing retarget chains on all these things because we need to add a chain for everything we want the mocap to go to. So for head, it's neck 01 and head. Add chain. Feet, it is so, but you always want to ignore the twist bones. So I'm going to select thigh, control click calf, control click foot and ball. Skip this twist. We don't want twist bones. Same thing for the right leg. New retarget chain. Look, we're done. That's it. Save. Save all. Done. Now we need to do the same thing for our character. We're going to go to our character. Create another IK rig. Call this IK rig Astro. Kana, what's going on? Yes, smoothing filter still coming. Physics filter coming in Rococo eventually. So that's going to be where, and now we're selecting the sci-fi girl. But that's going to be where, like, you're adding Cascader-esque physics simulation on top of your mocap to give you, like, that really physically correctness. The Mad Lad. Yeah, Blender's good too. Blender's good too for doing mocap editing. I just don't know Blender. So, We're gonna do the same thing we did for our mocap here with our character. We're gonna set the retarget route. We're gonna go through spine, new retarget chain, clavicle, new retarget chain. And this was actually a Mixamo-ish skeleton, so it's pretty close already. But you still need to create these separate IK rigs because the skeleton sizes are different. And whenever you have skeleton sizes that are different, you need to do retargeting. You can't do replacement. You need to say, hey, you know, make those bones follow the rotations of that mocap bones, not replace my bones with the mocap bones, because the mocap bones, they're a different size than my bones. And so that's gonna fuck up all my skinning and everything. Excuse me, I'm swearing a lot today because it's kind of fun. Add chain, we're just adding these chains. New retarget chain. New retarget chain. Boom, we're done. That was pretty easy. Now we need to do some retargeting. Let's go up, search for IK retargeter. And we don't need to name it, I don't give a shit. And okay, select source IK rig to copy animations from. So from is going to be the mocap. Two is going to be the astronaut. There we go. They're on top of each other. They come in on top of each other, but we can offset these guys. And so here's where we need to fix our problem in Rococo Studio. This is in a T-pose, as you can see. It needs to be, if it was in an A-pose, we wouldn't need to do the next step. But because these poses don't match, and this is something good to know regardless, we do need to fix them. So what we need to do is we need to go to edit mode. And you can see we have our target selected here. That's the astronaut. So when we hit edit mode, we can go in. And we gotta fix this. We gotta make these guys match the T-pose that we got from our Rococo mocap, right? And again, what's kind of a bummer is to get the fingies looking really correct, we would want to go in and like, oh, fuck it, let's just do it. It's worth doing. Middle, basically these all need to come up by 10 degrees-ish, kind of. But you can see the Rococo hand is very flat. So we want our mocap to match that hand pose. We want our character to match that hand pose as close as we can. So see, and we actually want to, the thumb is always a struggle, but we're going to deal with the thumb later. But you can see, so we got, you know, straight fingies. We need straight fingies on our character too if we want everything to look good. So we might as well do it. I feel like I'm in the underwater Mario level, Mario 64. Beep boop boop boop, beep boop boop boop. And this is a bummer. This is a pain in the butt, which again, the A-pose fix out of Rococo Studio will fix a little bit. But this is always going to be, with mocap, it's always important, I think, to just remember that editing is your friend. Like, even if the mocap is absolutely perfect to your body, like it will be with the coil, your characters, their proportions still are different from yours. So you're still always you should always expect to do a little mocap editing. But anyway, we've edited this. It looks good. It's looking great. It's looking like it matches. So now we can just go to the asset browser. And look, we got all of our mocap takes here. This is the freak out one that we did without, so it's floating. Look at this. We got all of our takes here. Oh, it looks so sick. The thing we can't do is edit easily. But this is like, in theory, we are just, you know, we're doing kind of quick little things. We just want to. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Let's see how this looks, yo. Oh no. Okay. So we are going to have to Make that head invisible. The old trick. You absolutely can do that, Bubbles. What is tough is that there are things called, like, for example, you can add a pose asset, but it gets, this is part of why, like, Maya or Blender, it gets really, when you can't transfer those pose assets easily between different meshes and different characters. So you'll do a pose asset, and then you can't bring it in to another character. It's like, it gets tricky. You can't really transfer them between projects. It just gets messy. So this is the workflow, but at least you can do all these different things, right? And it's gonna look cool. So what will we do next? We're gonna go in and we're gonna export selected animations. See, we can batch export all of them. So we want to export them all. We're going to export them to a cancel. We're going to call this character anim. And we are going to export all of these selected animations to character anim. Save it. And look what we got here. Look what we got here. We're going to create a new level sequence. Call it render. I always call it render. And we're going to add in our fellow character. Boom. Character in the scene. Add it into the sequencer. Oh, an animation. What can we do? Oh, this has been happening. Does anyone know why it won't show me my animation track? It's like there, but I can't see it. I gotta sequencer this. So Finn, IK controls, yeah. But IK controls aren't gonna help you too much. I mean, they will and they won't. Like, so if we go into the IK rig and we set up IK controls, where is it? Where's our IK rig? IK rig Astro. What we could do is we could, you go into the hierarchy, and we could say, okay, on the right, how do you do this again? You would go on the right hand, new IK goal, right? You would have to add a full IK. So you can set up these things, but they're not going to allow you to edit with the goals off the bat. They will allow you to do some things in the retargeting process, but what you want is to get to a place where you can edit via those IK goals, and I don't think that you can do that. That is very upsetting on air, apparent. That is very upsetting. This is a problem with, like, oh, you know what I did last time? What you can do? Try doing this. Reload your layout. Doc. Yup. Look at that little hack. Pretty good. But here we go. Look, now we got all of our different animations. So I think what we want. Ooh, this is gonna be a perfect loop. Yes. So we're gonna add in another animation. You gotta add a new track, and then, okay, we got begging knees. Oh no, so I loaded in, so we don't want to do that. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, we gotta add an animation, begging knees. Not showing it. Then we're gonna add another animation, confused. We're gonna add another animation, freak out. Add another animation, ground slam. Add another animation, hover. Gonna add another animation, jump up, and we're gonna add another animation, karate. Got all of them in here. Then we're gonna reload our layout because it was being weird. It's not showing us what we need to see. Look, we got it all. So now what we can do is drag all these guys out. Actually, it doesn't really matter if we drag them out. We want to go and we're going to cut. We need to make sure these are not overlapping or it's going to try and fight each other, which is interesting. I didn't know that. But I'm just going and I'm going to essentially, I want to cut. Okay, how do I split a clip now? How do I do this again? Is it cut? Actions. Okay, so it did. It trimmed that. That's what I wanted. We gotta just move all these guys out though. That seems like a weird way of doing it, but. Okay, we're gonna do, all of these is gonna be. We switch every 2 seconds or every 3 seconds? Every 3 seconds. So it's gonna be 24 times 3, 72 frames. So every 72 frames, it's gonna switch. Because we're gonna do a 24 frame. We're just gonna make it even. So it's gonna be every 72 frames. I need to do an action. Action. Trim or extend section right. Wait, no. Ugh. So I'm learning a bit, where this is a little messy, but this is okay. Jump up. Oh God, and then it doesn't add, yeah. It's so annoying, I need to reload this layout every time. Delete. Oh God, it's not. Oh wow, it's really brutal. It's like every single time I need to Okay. Let me look up how to trim something. Do we know how to trim in the no. Trim or cut clip in half Unreal. This is such a basic thing. Split section. Okay, again, I think I like the 72 frames. So we're going to go to the beginning of the timeline. We're going to move the jump. Snapping on, turn off snapping. I don't like snapping. "72 frames. Click, edit, Control/. Oh my God, and every time I do this, I'm gonna have to reload the... Well, it did it. And then I have to delete it and I have to reload it. Oh man, it's annoying. Something clearly wrong there. I have to do it every time though. Well, we kind of understand. I want to show what I have planned here though. I think it'll be cool. Oh God, gotta delete that. Load layout every single. I might touch the program. Okay, look, we got one clip. That only took a bunch of different weird clicks. So I'm essentially gonna go in though. Select a good 72. I don't love that, but it's what we got. So we're gonna go up. Okay, and we're gonna, now we know what I'm doing. Split section, jump back, right click, edit. Oh right, it's control slash. Control slash. We reload our layout. Look, I got two things. Delete, delete, reload the layout. It caters pretty good, I think, but it also is, it is a game engine, so I think that it's worth investing in understanding it as a game engine. I liked him confused. Yeah, that's pretty great. So again, I'm getting 72 frame clips essentially. Control slash, go back, control slash. I'm gonna have to restart the project, of course, because you know, this weird reloading thing. Possible that it's baked in now. Maybe I need to restart the computer. Oh, Starfield, I know. We should do a Starfield thing soon. It's happening really soon. Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Ground slam. Okay. Boom. At 72 frames, you've pounded the ground. Cool. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, this is the new Astronova asset from pack from JAMA. So good. Boom, split, control slash, split, reload, layout, open up, delete, delete. Okay, let's see if I can just do this really quickly. No talking, no talking, no talking. Can I just get to the end of this thing? I'm just gonna go speed mode. I'm gonna try and just do this really fast. all screwed up. What the? Okay, karate, 72 frames. This is gonna look sick though. Oop! Frame 0. Control slash back. Control slash load layout. Oh, open. Open level sequence. Delete. Delete. Drag. Okay, it seems to like it when I drag something. It likes it. But now I've lost. Okay, hover. Is this gonna work? Oh, it did work. Pretty cool. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Okay, almost done. We're almost done here. We go back. Boom. Reload. Taking 8 times longer than it normally would. Boom. Okay. So what we do. Turn on snapping. At 72. Okay, so this is kind of what the vibe is. And so we're going to hide all these transitions with a post glitch. And so we'll need to change some of the transform probably. You can see right here. Zoom in here. Zoom way in, trying to just get this one frame. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's fine. Okay, what do we got so far? Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Karate kick. How about confused? Then hover. Freak out. Begging. What do you think about this? Boom, 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 boom. Oh. And I'm just going in and trying to that's this is some manual stuff I didn't want to do. Okay, but now, so we're basically done. I mean, not done at all, but we're gonna add a transform here. I'm gonna use auto keying. Okay, so we gotta zoom in here. We gotta get pretty precise. So on this frame, we need to add a keyframe. Boom. Looking cool. Keyframe. Why is it slowly drifting? Oh. I think it's like overwriting my keyframes because it doesn't understand that they're separate. There should be no drift here, buddy. Because you're just a keyframe yourself. Oh my god, is it doing the same thing where it's screwing up my timeline because I can't see what's happening? And it's like... Yeah, I want to add a keyframe right here. And then add a keyframe right here. Oh my god, it's because they're not... Yo, be linear. This should not be drifting though. There should be no drift. There should be no... Why are there two... Oh my god, and this one... Sorry for my silence here, but I'm just... Okay, I don't know why that took so long. That's a CG. Still moving. Why are you moving? This is why I don't like doing things in Unreal, but maybe that's unfair. See, why is... Oh, maybe it was just my fault. Probably. Keyframe. Keyframe, just trying to get them all in the same spot. Okay, we're done. Took way too long. Okay, I don't love how they're not all centered, so we're gonna have to fix that really quick. We gotta go in, and we gotta delete this tiny little keyframe here. And we gotta copy this tiny little keyframe here. Ugh. Copy. Paste. Oof. Linear. Oh god. Gotta zoom in. Okay. I think we're pretty good, honestly. Okay, so my plan now, that's basically what I wanted to do in the stream. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab a environment. Let's do that right now. Let's save all. Let's open up our content drawer, dock it in the old layout. And then we need to go and create an environment folder, and we're going to import some more big, medium, small stuff. In the Lost City. And then I think we're going to call it, because we've done solid 2 hours. Pretty good. Import all. And yeah, it's just going to be this moody ass scene on a bridge. I need to go get good HDRI. I need to go get some fog. But yeah, I think we're going to kind of call it there as soon as I get this set up. And then we'll do a fun little, social render or something out of this. But I need to update our workflow video for Unreal with this workflow. And then in the future, we'll be fixing some of those problems with Rococo Studio. And I want to do a big MetaHuman workflow video that I'm pretty pumped about. That'll be really fun. Okay, guess what? We're not moving. We gotta group these guys. Okay. I think we want to be able to see our astronaut's feet, kinda. This is kind of the cool vibe we got. Save all. Not a camera. Add cine camera actor. Let's jump into it. I like to do mine at around, we'll do 50. And then what we gotta do, we can jump out of this actor. You know what we gotta do. Fucking hover. It's okay. Looks really cool. Okay, so the other thing that we need to do is hide for our character. We need to create a material. It is essentially a nothing material, clear. And we're going to make it a translucent material, add a constant, and plug that into the opacity. That's going to make this material a 0 opacity, as long as your constant value is 0. Now we can drag that onto, see, we got our sci-fi actor. We got this thing like, we got the girl head skin. We don't need that. We don't need the head pupils. We don't need helmet sci-fi, helmet. And then the helmet glass, we'll have to make like a metal. Soft helmet. You can see right here, look at this. Soft helmet. Soft helmet. No more soft helmet. Yawn. Okay, let's save all. No, we're gonna pop it into path tracing eventually. We might as well see what it looks like now. Oh, yes. Add a little HDRI backdrop. You know it. And go grab a little HDRI. Save all again. Import an HDRI. What do we got here? What do we got? We want like I like this. Woo! Interesting. Look at this. It not showing. Oh wow. It's actually too small. Uh, 50. All right, this should clearly be 1. Oops. Ah! And then we need this guy to come down. That's what we talking about. And then gonna crash. Just got a Rococo account. Nice. Go do some free Rococo mocap, baby. Okay, so path tracing, and then we just start messing with the light a ton. Pretty cool. Oh. You know what? This needs to go way up. There we go. Okay. Something like that. I tried to use mocap in Blender. When I tried to parent and set the root bone, my animation looked like a wacky to go. Yeah, I would look at, we have a great tutorial on the channel about Blender retargeting. It's what I recommend. We have a plugin. But yeah, that's what I would recommend doing for Blender. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's something. It's something. Looks kind of cool. Looks okay. Not too impressed with the final result, which is a comment on me. And if you ever have this streaming pool issue, you can always type in r.streaming.pool size, and up it to an amount that you like. In my case, 4096. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna leave it there, and maybe we'll do a render, and we'll see what we get. I don't know. It's not really that great, but yeah, thanks for sticking around. See you, Bad Monk. We're thinking the same thing. I got to head too, but another great stream and super fun, and I'm gonna have a more proper workflow tutorial out there for this. Yeah, it looks cool. I had trouble using Icon Rig with Rococo and Blender. Yeah, I mean, all mocap is trouble, baby. So it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, so hopefully this helps, and keep your eyes peeled for a new tutorial. And other than that, see you on the next one. Cool metahuman stuff coming too. Get your head cam, the head rig. Those things are amazing. So, okay, I'm going to say bye, everyone. Thanks for sticking around.